Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My boy K.
What's up? What's up? Good
Sports
afternoon. Good
news.
afternoon.
You know what I'm saying? Co-host. What's good, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm real good this weekend, man. My Maryland Terrapins won. My Clippers won in Philly. So I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling real good about myself right now.
Oh, that's nice. I thought Maryland lost that first game. They had two games this weekend.
I think they had one on Thursday, maybe Thursday, and
They lost by like 11, right?
yeah, I think who was it against? Was it against it wasn't against Iowa because Penn State just played Iowa. I think.
They did play Iowa.
Did they play Iowa? I think
I
they did.
believe they
I'll have
did.
to check that. I have to check one of my posts. I have to check one of my posts. But
Yeah.
I know they lost, and
Yeah, they
like
lost.
the Maryland faithful were jumping on Danny Manning like, "Yo, you can't coach. You're terrible. This and that, da 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 da." And then then we come back with the win, and we protect home court. So, Dante Scott, shout out to Dante Scott. He had like, what, 24, 26, something like that. Imhotep stand
Nice.
up.
That's a good game for him because I haven't seen him put up some crazy numbers in a minute.
Yeah.
He's been more of the glue guy defender, and
Mm-hmm.
his offensive game been quite a bit off every time I watch him.
Yeah.
Between him and Fats, it's like
Yeah. Philly stand
support.
up. Philly Fats.
Yeah, no
Philly
doubt, no doubt.
Fats.
Love
And
the kid.
speaking of Philly, like Hakeem Hart has been playing pretty good too. He's always, from what I've been seeing now, ever since he had that like that 20, I think he had like
Yeah, it's
24
like
one
a high
time.
career high, John.
Yeah, he had, like, I think it was like in the
I
Bahamas or
watched that
something like
game.
that. He's been dropping like double digits now, man. So that's
Yeah,
good.
I believe he has to be more aggressive though. And
Yeah,
in
Danny
the
Manning
eyes
got
of
on him about that too.
in the eyes of how his pop used to play,
Mm-hmm.
he needs to look to shoot a whole lot more.
Oh yeah.
Like I like him with the ball in his hand because he still doesn't create his own shot well.
Right.
He still doesn't look comfortable dribbling the basketball, driving to create his own shot.
Mm-hmm.
He's been more of a spot up shooter since he was a young kid.
Right.
So and now in that growth spurt, it like, threw him off a little bit. So now you're not
Yeah.
that spot up shooter all the time. You got to be able to put the ball on the ground. And I think on the next level, if he has a great possibility of getting there to that next level.
He
Not
does.
only I'm talking about NBA wise,
Yeah.
because of his size, because
Mm-hmm.
he's going to be a professional basketball player no matter what. I love all the kids from Philly. They all going to be professional basketball
Oh yeah,
players.
right. All of us. Yeah.
But on that NBA level, he's going to have to learn how to put that ball on the ground because he can't be Danny Green. He can't be Danny Green. You know what I'm saying?
That's a shout out to you, Danny Green. That's a shout out to you, sir. I mean, look, I know you're All-American, North Carolina, born and bred. I get it. You're still a New Yorker. You're still supposed to put that ball on the ground.
Right.
Speaking of Philly, perfect segue. What I've also been impressed with, from another player from Philadelphia, actually one of the bloodlines that we know, Isaiah Brockington has been playing out of his mind.
Oh, Isaiah B, nephew.
Yes.
No doubt.
Stunting like his dad.
Yes.
Former MEAC All-American. It goes by the name for you young bucks out there. It's like it's great to see him like flourish like in the Big 12 out there. A lot of people are like, why is he transferring from Penn State? He had a good thing going at Penn State, and I mean, probably because of coaching, maybe if anything, because once like Lundy left, well, not Lundy, excuse me, I forgot the coach's name that left, but he racist allegations, stuff like that. We won't get into that. That would be a whole nother topic for another podcast.
That's for another episode.
So now I think Shrewsbury or Strawberry, whatever his name is, and it's okay. Different concept, different coach, but I guess I think this is probably better suited for him than that Big 12 because and they're ranked, and he doesn't have to do it so much. So.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see him in the tournament. Yeah,
they playing well. I like to see Seth get a little bit more, put the ball on the ground a little bit more to create his shots. It's like he's hesitant. When he's getting the basketball, creating his own shots, he's on that perimeter all the time. But that two dribble pull up, that like that mid range game would be his golden goose because he has that ability to jump.
Yep.
So with that jump, I think he has to take advantage of that. Sam is always saying, I would love to see him be more aggressive, but he got to play system wise. You know what I mean? So, just me knowing Sam from he was a young boy, then going to the gym and stuff like that. I know he's just like trying to learn the basketball, playing on that level of being a pure point guard. The bad thing about what I hate about Philly point guards, though, is all our great point guards are small.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. Every last one of them has a tangible that on the next level, it's going to be hard for them to get there. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at Quaddy has an NBA IQ basketball player, but he's not in the league. But you know why he's not in the league, I believe? Is because of his ability to be an athlete. He's not athletic. He's not real athletic. So you give me Fats Russell athleticism with Quaddy Green's IQ.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And even with Fats, I'm hoping, like I said, I hope they all make it. But what I see when Fats plays, sometimes he needs to have that IQ of a Quad A with his ability. You see what I'm saying?
Because Quad's IQ is like off the charts.
It's off the charts. It's off the charts. It's off the charts. And even with Sam, it's gonna be more of his size because he has everything.
Yeah. He reminds me of like a stronger version of Randy Foye. That's what he reminds me of.
Yeah.
Like,
but Foye is a better shooter.
Yeah, Randy Foye's a way better shooter.
Foye's a way better shooter. Yeah, way better shooter. Yep. But yeah, I love all those guys, man. I love to see them progress. I love to see the progress in all of them. I mean, especially all the kids from Philly, namely, you know what I mean. But the ones we just spoke on. Yeah, but that's a plus, man. That's definitely a plus with them. But let's talk about it, man. The football playoffs.
Yeah. I was gonna ease into it. I wasn't gonna rip the Band-Aid off and whatnot. So I'm gonna give you this time right now. You probably have a lot of time of like maybe 2 to 3 minutes if you want to, because we all know what happened last week. I get it.
Oh, that's what we doing.
Let's just
starting
talk
off the
about
first episode like this.
You starting off the first episode. Cowboys, man.
That's what you want to say. That's what you want to say. We ain't got no viewers right now. I'm waiting for some viewers to get in here. You know what I mean? We did the spirit of the moment, which is cool. I ain't worried about it, but time will go on. But we lost. You ain't see the game?
I saw the game.
Oh, okay.
I saw it.
So if there's anything else you want to talk about?
I mean,
because I can't say JETS, Jets.
We were watching the game. We were just like, wow.
Then we had to talk about you and.
Well, I mean, we were watching the game. We had a match.
That's a good segue. Let's talk about your Jets. How was they in the playoffs? How did they work out?
Well, we didn't fare well in the playoffs. Now, if we rewind to 2011 or something like that.
No. We talking about.
Oh, we talking about now?
Yeah.
Oh no, this year we were getting ready for the draft party.
Oh, okay.
So basically what we had like a wild card, draft party, at the mansion.
Right.
And we were just watching you guys. And we were trying to figure it out. Like, we were watching you guys.
Okay. But that's a plus. That's a plus.
But to throw the question back to you, Larry, is like, why do you think like the Cowboys lost?
All right, so if I want to go in, we can go little by little. We can go question for question. How you want me to answer, right? All right. So first and foremost, I think that we needed at least 2 to 3 defensive turnovers. We needed turnovers to win that game. I like Dak, but he's not reliable.
Okay.
I call him inaccurate Dak because at the biggest times he's always inaccurate. His decision making, great decision, bad pass is behind the receiver. It's like a whole lot of that during the games.
Okay.
It's a whole lot. And then I don't trust Mike McCarthy. Let's just put it out there. I'd rather us not even have a Mike McCarthy coaching.
Listen. I mean, from what I was
saying, honest.
Yeah, I mean,
be honest. Like every game is just something. This is always something. But I'm gonna give my shout out though because my cousin Charlie Fields, San Francisco fan. Rest in peace to my man Trey.
Shout out to
Up in heaven, looking down. 49ers fan as well. Mark, my man Mark, young boy Mark Freckles. He's a 49ers fan. I'm trying to think of anybody that I know that was stone cold
Like, yeah,
49ers.
because you know
Oh, my man
sometimes,
Smack,
like, yeah,
my young boy Smack,
uh-huh.
that I used to work with, 49ers fan. I'm probably missing a couple, and I apologize, but yeah, I'm gonna shout out to those because those are people that come straight out the top. Great
Yeah,
job last week, and as well this week.
yeah.
And as well this week, because we will talk about that game in a second or two. But back to my Cowboys. But yeah, I think that's the major thing. I think Zeke been playing hurt all year. You know what I
Turnovers.
mean? And they've been bashing him. So like he's been the basher of the running back. So Pollard is getting loose at the Zeke done bashed, and everybody's just getting on Zeke like he don't have it. But I mean, he's been playing hurt, but that's not an excuse. You're still getting paid that money, and we're gonna expect out of you a certain thing, and it is what it is. But I think they're a great 1-2 punch. Other than that, Amari didn't get the ball enough. I think there's times when you just gotta force the football to somebody that's a dominant receiver in that case. And let me see.
Turnovers.
Yeah, turnovers. But
Turnovers.
no, not
Turnovers and
even turn. It's
penalties.
not even turn
Oh, matter of
penalties.
fact, I'll say
It's the
penalties.
penalty. It's
More
not
penalties than
too much the
anything.
turnovers. It's the penalties. We led the league in penalties this year. You know what I'm saying? And it came to bite us on our butt the last week at crucial times. Third
Yeah.
downs on defense. Third downs, we getting a defensive holding. We getting a unsportsmanlike conduct. I guess it was like repetitive
Zone
over.
infractions.
Yeah,
Like,
like I mean, like
like what?
it was like it was tumultuous, man. I was just looking at this John like, why now? Why
Yeah.
me? Why now? And then
That's
especially after the Beagles lost, I just was like, and I put a post up and I'm like, all right, I gave y'all the excuses once we win this and other. And that didn't quite work out too well for me.
no, you should have just laid low. You should have just laid
Right.
low. Yeah,
Right.
should just
But
laid
no,
low and chilled.
but as a real fan, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a realist. I gotta shoot my shot, you know what I mean, when I got a chance, you know what
Yeah,
I
fire
mean?
back
You know what I'm
always.
saying? I give the Beagles props when they do something right, and but they definitely gonna get the hell that once they don't live up to expectations. And the crazy part about them is that everybody like we wasn't supposed to be here.
Oh, that's their cop out.
Like I'm sitting
That's the
there
cop
like,
out.
well, they was the defending shit. What the like?
So
Does that matter? But
yeah,
it is what it is, man. That's us in the eggshell. That got to get better accuracy. How is that going to happen? I have no clue. 75 mil this year, so he didn't pocket it
yeah,
on us. You
he
know what I
definitely got
mean?
that. Jerry
I
Jones is probably kicking himself on that one.
yeah, that's two bad deals. That's Zeke and Dak. But Dak had to get his money though. You know what I mean? After playing 4 years under that rookie contract and above expectations during that whole time. And you know what I mean, you gotta pay the piper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as you
That's
should.
back pay. I feel as though that's like back pay to him. He
Yeah,
deserve it. I want everybody to get their money. But just as a fan, it's just like, damn, we gave him all that bread and for him to do the same thing every year
yeah. I mean,
when
I
it comes
think
down to
what
it.
it is too is I think the reason why they're just dumping on you guys is because you guys had more of the advantage because you guys had. And I was telling the Eagles fans this too because Eagles fans were getting down on themselves, told them,
Mhm.
"No, man, hey, yo, Jalen Hurts is trash, man. Like, yo, man, like, that's why the
Yeah.
49ers. That's why the 49ers is my other team. Your other
Hold
team,
on 1 second,
like,
okay? I look at Jalen Hurts and say he's a little undervalued
mm-hmm.
Dak Prescott.
Yeah,
Jalen doesn't have a big arm.
nope,
He's inaccurate at times,
mm-hmm.
and he's still learning how to read and getting the ball out of his hand at certain times. So Jalen ain't you can't. It's hard to keep on recycling quarterbacks because no matter what, how many quarterbacks that get drafted that everybody claim is going to be the next big thing, and then they go from sugar to ish.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Or they become backups for the rest of their career.
Yeah,
So I mean, at least you got somebody that's going to give you some kind of excitement. And after his second year, you hoping that this third year is actually the year that you actually got to really
mm-hmm.
evaluate him. You know what I'm saying? And that's just just being a sports fan,
Yeah.
not a basher of the Eagles or anything like that. But
Or am I?
it's
But
just
but
it is
they'll
what
come
it
off.
is.
Well, it'll come off as you're bashing them because you're a Cowboys fan. So and
of course.
and you wear it proudly, and I'm proud of you for that. I'm proud of you. Because that brings me up to another question.
Look, GT 500. I don't know who that is, but that's all. Sir, sorry, pathetic weak Aaron Rodgers, nothing compared to the great GOAT time. Oh man, I put that up there because that was our first comment, and I appreciate that
please,
GT
thank
5.
you.
GT 500. I appreciate you even watching
GT 500. What up?
whatever, you know what I mean. That means a lot, man. That means a lot. This platform is just something that's for us to have fun, enjoy, get some, exposure for businesses, sports, talking sports, and all that stuff. It's just about fun, man. I'm just trying to get it out there. But GT5, I appreciate that. And what I'm gonna do for GT5, just because you are our first over chat person, I'm gonna specifically find a way. Go in my DM me your address or a PO box or whatever, and I'm gonna get you a in the basement podcast shirt to you.
Look at you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I appreciate that. We're gonna have those type of giveaways. We're gonna have Kate. We're gonna set K up with this news thing and everything. So we're gonna be good, man. We just gonna have fun with it. Great debates, mind you. Let's just think about this. On this podcast is just our opinions.
Right.
Nothing for everybody to take to heart. This is my opinion on things. This is Kay's opinion, and whoever we have guests on here, this is their opinions on players, kids, whatever the case may be. But there's nothing to just abominate a child. You know what I mean? And
that's what we don't do here.
Yeah, that's not what we're doing here. But in the NBA world, we got those, that conversation gonna come up with the LBJ because I can't wait for us to have that type of conversation soon because everybody's gonna be on here, and especially my cousin Lee and my old head Rocket and all of them. They the bashers of the LBJ guys, you know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, you should see their Facebook page. But GT5, I appreciate that. We appreciate that comment for you even tuning in. And DM me your info and I'll get to you. I'm gonna get something to you, bro. I appreciate it greatly.
Thank you. GT 500. Shout out.
No doubt.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I got a question for you real quick.
Go ahead, shoot it.
Question. Now, being that we're fans of different teams and you're not from Philadelphia, do you feel that we are being traitors to our city? Because you're and I'm gonna put you out there too. I'm gonna put myself out there. Well, let me put myself out there first of all, foremost.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, I will.
You do that.
Yeah, okay. I'm proud of it. Well, first of all, I'm a diehard Clippers fan. I've been a Clippers fan since 1992, and you've seen what the Clippers records are in the playoffs and the regular season over the years.
I think we all see that.
Yeah, but we're relevant now. But
yeah,
we are still a little something.
Rest in peace to Elgin Baylor.
Shout out to Elgin Baylor. Rest in peace to Elgin Baylor, and condolences to the Elgin Baylor family.
No doubt.
Also, I'm a Jets fan. I've been a Jets fan.
Oh, I mean, I don't mean to cut you off. Okay?
Yeah, talk to me.
What I'm gonna say here is oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. It's kind of hard being you right now. Like,
why?
I mean, because when you look, it's like we get some things like you're a fan, and I appreciate that. But it sucks to be you when it comes to sporting.
Well, that's the occupational hazards that go with.
That's what you get.
It just goes in your job description, man. I mean, for a minute I thought they were croissants, yo. I was like,
but that's what you get right there, right there.
Me hungry. No, it's a poop emoji.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, so it's like, being a fan, and this is what I love about sports and being a fan, because like being a fan of a team is like getting married and stuff like that. You got to take the highs with the lows. You got to take the trades with the, and even though it's all about business, you still take it to heart. Like,
no doubt.
Being a Clippers fan, I invested in it.
Mm. Yeah, since we
I
was
asked
young, man,
people,
and
I
that's
did my
sad.
research. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm like, all right, they seem good. And then in 92 and 93, they kind of rewarded me. They kind of gave me fool's gold because he went to the playoffs those 2 years. So I'm like, all right,
Mm.
bet. Like this could be like an ongoing thing.
Yeah, y'all
And
had
then
Chris
94,
Paul and all them too
next thing you
in
know,
recent
they make the
years.
playoffs from like 97, and after that, 06, and after that, 2012. But
Right.
then we were good though, because I got spoiled. We went to the playoffs like every year after that, but we kept losing. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, then with the Jets, okay. Well, first of all, I kind of thought the Jets were the Eagles one time. I was like, are they the Eagles? Then they're like, no, they're the Jets. I'm like, all right, well, I like them too. And
You just like green.
yeah, but it was like,
That's what
but I
that
like,
was.
sir, what was the guy's name? What was the quarterback's name who was doing it at that time? I think it was Boomer. I think Boomer just came over
Boomer
there from the
Esiason?
Bengals. Huh?
Boomer Esiason?
Boomer Esiason, number 7, the lefty from
Mm.
the great University of Maryland. And I was like, yeah, I like these guys. And they went to the playoffs, then Testaverde came through. Well, then we had a couple other quarterbacks, Bubby Brister, stuff like that. But we're not going to get into that. But then we got Testaverde. Then we started going to the playoffs.
Yeah,
Then we got
Chad
Keyshawn.
Pennington. Chad was all
We
right
did
for a
have
little
Chad.
bit.
Chad came after. Chad came after. He came after Vinny.
It was directly after Vinny, or did y'all have
Yeah. He kind of came.
Bubby
Came
Brister
like
was
maybe a
there?
year after.
Wasn't Bubby Brister there as well?
Brister was definitely there.
Yeah,
The
so
great Bubby Brister. Watch your mouth.
Yeah, he was the Eagles too, wasn't he?
Straight from the Eagles. I think he came with Rich Kotite too. I think that was like a package deal.
That sucks. But let's stop talking about them. Go back to your question about us being outside fans.
Yeah. Now, do you feel like, because you being like, you're a Pistons fan? Shout out to the Pistons.
No doubt. Shout out to my Pistons that I don't watch.
Wow, you need to watch Cade Cunningham. You need to watch him.
I tried watching it. It's just like we got a team full of wings.
Yeah, y'all do. Y'all got Cunningham. Y'all got Grant. You got Sadiq Bey. You got
and Beef Stew. And Rick Mahorn called my man Beef Stew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
call my man Beef Stew.
And you love your Cowboys. You love your Pistons and stuff like that.
No doubt.
And like, now, do you feel like that you are being like a traitor like to your hometown?
I actually don't. Hold on 1 second. Let me mute my mic real fast. My bad. I'm back. All right, so let's just say this. I like 3 out of the 4 Philadelphia organizations. Okay. I was born and raised watching Steelers Cowboys. That's how old I am.
That's that grinded out football back then.
So my dad always used to have me watching the Cowboys Steelers, because that was the only game back in the day that was on being televised most of the time. Eagles playing the Cowboys, Steelers playing the Cowboys, and then so forth and so on. So I grew up being a Cowboys fan.
Okay.
But as far as Sixers, Flyers, Phillies, I always been fans of them. I support all of them. You know what I mean? I did stop supporting the Sixers at one point when they traded Cheeks.
Damn, you know what?
That pissed me off.
Larry, you were reading my mind on that.
When they traded Cheeks, that pissed me off. Okay. I ain't never lie. When
I
say that,
because they traded him while he was while he was getting interviewed.
They told him he wasn't getting traded.
I remember that. I remember that on Channel 6. He was like, hey, Maurice Cheeks, how do you feel about getting traded to? I think he got traded to either the Spurs or the Nets.
Yep. It was was it Nets? No, it was Atlanta.
Was it Atlanta?
I think it was Atlanta.
Okay.
He got traded to Atlanta.
And he didn't even know.
He didn't even know.
He was like, what?
Yep.
I was like, I'm good.
Mo Cheeks is one of my guards that I looked up to when I played basketball. Isaiah was my idol.
Of course. You know the great Isaiah Lord Thomas.
You know what I'm saying? Isaiah, Maurice Cheeks, Kenny Anderson, Rod Strickland, Joe Dumars. Those were my guys.
What you know about Rod Strick, man?
Oh, come on, man.
My bad. I didn't mean to disrespect you like that.
Come on, man. Yeah, you
very. Let me spit my water out.
I got busy. So those are the guys those are the guys that I always looked up to, and it was like Maurice Cheeks was more of the point guard,
Mm.
point guard. Everybody else was more of a scoring guard to me.
Right.
So I would watch everybody else to learn how to, what I mean, get a bucket when I need to, create in different ways when I was coming up, and
he was disruptive too. He was mad
yeah,
disruptive.
and Mo Cheeks was the guy that I would look at that was different from all the rest of the guys that I looked up to. Because Mo Cheeks was the guy that would conduct and put people in place. That's how I learned how to put when me, Gerald, Keith, any and all of us playing together, they would tell you like I'm always one, you know what I mean, telling you. So I looked at Cheeks that way. That's how he was that level for me. And when they traded him, man, dog, I swear to goodness, I was so pissed.
I know he was hot. I know
I
he was
was
hot because
hot.
I didn't like it. I wasn't even a Sixers. Back then I was like late '80s, so it was like mid late '80s. So it was like I was like, all right, because this was like the decline of Dr. J. I think this might have been after Dr. J. I think, or was it? Because
it was on. He was. It
because
was on the
they're
way
gonna try to
down.
trade Dr. J too. They're trying to trade him for Larry Nance, from what I heard. That's what the legend says.
Yeah.
And then of course they traded Moses Malone. I didn't appreciate that either.
But that's what they was trying to get all they can because Moses still had it, a couple good years left in him. So they thought, you know what I mean.
And then they did Andrew Toney dirty too. I didn't like they did Andrew Toney dirty too. So.
Andrew Toney had a lot of injuries that was
really... but they didn't believe him though.
Yeah. Look at today's society now. You gotta play with injuries now. I mean, you supposed to. I mean, your guys be having hangnails and stuff like that.
Hangnails. Oh, I'm out.
Y'all
low
be
management.
like,
I'm good.
2-3 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So as far as yourself being that,
well, I get a lot of flack anyway.
That Clippers fan.
So
do you support the other teams?
Yeah, I support Philly teams, the college teams, high school teams. I support them.
Okay.
I mean, I support some of the Philly teams. Okay. If the Clippers, if the Sixers aren't playing against the Clippers, then I'll root for the Sixers or something like that. But I'm not gonna.
It sounds like that hurt it a little bit.
Yeah, it does hurt.
So you just say you don't support Philly.
What's that?
Just say you don't support Philly.
I do support Philly. I do.
But you
said
like
I support the college teams. I support the college squads.
We ain't talking. We talking professional.
Oh, professional?
No. College is more of us supporting the youth.
Yeah,
the kids.
Okay.
And, what I mean, program, how the program ran, and everything like that.
Oh yeah. If you put it like that, then no.
Yes. See. At least I'm 3 out of 4.
But I like them. But it's not because I don't like Philly teams. Because I appreciate them because they're hard-working teams. But I just came up liking somebody else. It's like, I like the Clippers. They're cool. I like them because they had Ron Harper. I like them because they had, Mark Jackson. They had Danny Manning. I remember when they had Malik Sealy. Then a lot too. When I used to read the I used to read the magazines and stuff like that.
Oh, that's not. Forget one of the goats of Philly. Pooh Richardson.
Oh,
Richardson.
Yeah. A couple others there. Bo Kimball played for him too.
Bo Kimball
played for him too. Cat. I mean, I got a whole list of them.
Yeah, but that's more.
But that's something else.
Recently,
but like I said, that was one of the reasons why, because he did have a lot of Philly players on there. I was like, oh, he's from Philadelphia. Okay, cool.
Right.
And but then also they were talented. They had dope jerseys. And they weren't the Lakers, because everybody liked the Lakers. Either you were a Lakers fan, a Chicago Bulls fan, or a Knicks fan.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm a Pistons fan, so I was going to war with everybody from
Omar. Me too, but
Omar,
your team is
Omar's a Lakers fan. We was going out in the driveway, just getting it in, full court all day long, just because game coming up or whatever the case may be.
Isaiah versus Magic. Those dream matchups.
You know what I'm saying? Bad Boys versus the Bulls. That was just I was in the mix of everything. It was no liking my Pistons. Nobody. I think I probably was the only Pistons fan in America.
That's what's up. Because it feels. Because you know what? It really felt good. Because I'm an actual legitimate Clippers fan and stuff like that. And it's such a you go down to Wells Fargo like that, and you go, you sit down, watch the game, you start cheering for the Pistons and stuff like that. They'll like look at you like, damn, like you're really a
You're
Pistons
wrong.
fan, and they'll give you
You're wrong, bro.
props. No. It depends what section you sit in. Now,
Yeah.
because if you sit in like the 100 section, like, you're probably going to get like a lot of like respect.
Yeah. True.
You sit in that 200-300 section, I can't do anything for you. Like you might get thrown off that joint.
Right.
But yeah, like when I was there, like over the weekend, like on Friday, like I'm cheering for him, but I'm not like super demonstrative with it. Like, yeah, the Sixers are terrible. You're trash. Da 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 da. I hate y'all. That's where the Philly fan starts to come out. But I mean, but I was just like, cool. Like, oh, good shot. Okay, good shot, twin. Good shot, Kennard. Good shot, Reggie. Reggie, run your set. Reggie, go to the left. Pick and roll. Run that. And dudes were just like, wow, like you really are a Clippers fan. I thought that was a Sixers jersey. I thought that was like a Sixers warm up. Then I turned around, I saw the Clippers joint. I'm like, oh yeah. And they were like, as soon as I left, they were like, yo, Clippers, yo. That's like, yo, good game, man, good game. That was a really good game, man. Y'all pulled it out. I was like, hey, man, we do what we do. And then it's also good to see other like Clipper fans or Detroit fans there.
Right.
It makes you feel like you're not alone or something like that. Like you point at him too, because the dude was like, yo, you a Clippers fan, yo? I was like, yeah. And he was like, so we started talking. I just gave him the point, like,
yeah, that's all it takes is this one of those jaws.
And but it feels good though. It feels good. But that's just the teams that I chose. Now I gotta live with them. I can't jump back to Philly.
Right.
Like, yeah, now I'm a Philly fan, yo. Weren't you just a Clippers fan? But but there are times where when the Clippers were good, Detroit was good too. And everybody wanted to be a Clipper fan. Everybody wanted to run with the Clippers. Everybody wanted to be Blake Griffin. Everybody wanted to be Jamal Crawford or Chris Paul or
JC. JC still got a year or two left in him.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Oh, Lyle online. Lyle on there.
What up, Lyle?
He just gave you a shout out.
Shout out to Lyle. What up?
Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all at the top of the screen.
That's right. All the platforms. We're
all
there.
The platforms right there for right now until we, as I grow.
So I got another question for you, Larry.
Shoot it.
What actually made you? Because you already told me about the Cowboys. What actually made you a Detroit Pistons fan? Was it Isaiah Thomas? Was it Joe Dumars? Oh, was it Isaiah? Okay.
It was Isaiah and Joe Dumars, but it was mainly Isaiah.
Why Isaiah?
I liked Isaiah was just me. Like when I
seen you. Okay, you want me to give you props or something?
No, you ain't gotta give me props.
I'm not giving you any unless you pay me.
But it was mainly Isaiah. I always looked at him as like the small point guard because I was never tall. I ain't, I ain't shrink. But I was that guy. So it was like, everybody knew I could handle the basketball. I could get to the bucket. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So it was more of who did I look at when I was watching the NBA games that I really felt like I could resemble or I can, play in that particular manner.
Y'all did the damn thing. Yeah, y'all did the damn thing because you definitely had a handle.
Like, hey, I appreciate that. It means a lot.
Man, I'm gonna be super honest with this one. I mean, like, listen, for everybody out there, who's doubting, like, I remember, I think Keith and I, shout out the Reds. Keith, we had a conversation about that. Like, like he's like, yeah, my son said, he said I ain't got it. Like, I can't dunk or something like that. I mean, listen, that King team that you got, I'm gonna go into this like real quick. Like, listen, man, like that squad was like, that squad. Like,
we could have been real special.
Had so much pride from my school.
Yeah. If we had a little better coaching. I mean, shout out to Mr. Moore. He tried. You know what I mean?
Coach Moore.
But I guess now that being older, you start to see little different things. But if we had better coaching, I know we could have been a whole lot better than what we was.
Y'all dudes had just bounce. Y'all dudes had crazy bounce. Even you were trying to dunk. I'm like, what the hell?
Listen. I had a little, you know what I mean, back then. I had a little, you know what I mean, back then. I dunked one time in my life. 52nd and Parkside. Never forget it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, we had a team, man. Shout out to the King Cougars class of '93 and all the
Man,
underclassmen that was on the team, Mont Sharp, you know what I mean, and
shout out to
everybody,
Mont.
you know what I'm saying? Because that was Mr. Moore's son
Yep.
back in the day. We couldn't do nothing, give Mont the ball. And I just was like, okay.
Yeah, that'd
So
be
that's
like
what that
that
was. Give
sometimes.
Lamont Sharp the ball. I know he'll love
Like
to hear
what?
this right now.
Like
Give
you got
Lamont
Keith.
Sharp the ball.
Like you got Keith. You got Keith at the top of the key. You
Yo,
got Zach. You got
we
Zach on the baseline waiting to jam on
tell
somebody.
me about it.
I
Tell me
mean, come
about it.
on,
When he dumped
man.
on Sheed at the Gratz game off the alley
Dude, I
oop.
was about to get into that, but I'll let you say it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell them what happened.
No,
Tell
you
them
go
what
ahead. You can
happened.
say it. I was in there. So you go ahead. You say it from the outsider's perspective, from a
Okay,
fan's
yeah, I'll put some
perspective.
respect on it. Yeah, look, first of all, for everybody who's listening, tuning in, man, like that 93 King squad was something to behold, man.
Yeah,
Seriously.
most
Like it was
definitely.
better than most, like to me, it rivaled like most teams like in the pubs and stuff like that. And I mean, when Grants came into the house, like you guys did not back down.
Not at
Because
all.
most teams would back down, like, oh man.
Mm-hmm. You see loud Trevor. Loud Trevor. All
Shout
right.
out to
That's loud. $1.60.
shout out to Buck 60.
You know what I'm saying?
Larry was good,
He was
man.
my
Larry
towel boy
was
when I was a young boy. You know what I'm saying? Yo, like, I need something to drink. Go to Simon's and grab you something to drink. You know what I mean? We out here
I
balling.
mean,
Yes.
yeah, man. But listen, man, that team from top to bottom, the only and I don't know what you told. What did you tell the center? I forgot the center's name. What was his
Lamar.
name? Lamar?
Lamar.
Listen, what did you tell him? Because I just want to know, what did you tell Lamar when he knew he's going to be matched up against She? This is when She was like Mr. Pennsylvania, getting every
So
award out
listen,
there. USA
I'm not even
Today,
I'm not even going to front. I'm not even going to front at all. That whole team, our whole mindset was most, me, Gerald, Keith, we all play together
right?
year round. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So the mindset of the team. I mean, we even had Mike Witters.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Witters was a defender, could score, didn't
Yep.
care about any, you know what I mean, any and everybody. We had a bunch of people that actually wanted to play ball, like go at whoever. It
Let's
didn't
hoop.
matter. You know what I'm saying? We had a bunch of hoopers. Preston,
Mm-hmm.
Easley.
Yep. Press.
You
Shout
know what
out
I'm
to
saying?
Press.
My man Eddie. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Eddie
Oh, Eddie
EH,
from What's
Eddie
Up, Boy
Howard.
Eddie?
Yeah, Diamond.
Shout out to
Yeah,
E. What up, Eddie?
Nick. Yeah, we
Yeah.
had a bunch of people that actually really wanted to play and look
Mm-hmm.
forward to that game. You know what I'm saying? We already knew we was underdogs and this, that, and the other. And I mean, rightfully so. Playing against Sheed, Sean Smith, Terrell Stokes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were
Yeah, that
playing
was like
against.
the Reds
Yeah,
versus Reds. That was Reds versus Reds. Who's the
it's all
real
D1.
Reds?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And actually that whole year I think we scored 50 something on them.
Mm-hmm.
And we kept the game tight until the end. And I think I'm trying to think. We
Y'all had them. Then like she started going wild. She started
yeah,
throwing them
like
hoops. Started throwing them
but
half court hoops.
Lamar wasn't backing down. Like
Yeah.
Lamar was like, I'm just as good as you. Like, even though we knew you wasn't as
Yeah.
good as she.
You're talking to
But
Mr.
his
Basketball here.
mentality,
But
Lamar's
yeah.
mentality was never to back down. He was always offensive rebound. We was like, yo, every time you get the basketball, you gotta try to dunk it. Like, cause
Please.
those little turnaround, little jump shots that you trying to make and layups is no layups, Mar.
Yeah, he's gonna
Like,
punch
they
that.
had Rondell Turner on the team too that year.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting here like,
Like
we not shooting no layups. So Gerald, Zach, everybody, no, it's no layups.
we attacking. We're
We
attacking
got
the
to attack
baskets.
and you know what I mean, go at them. And everybody was playing their heart out that game, man.
I
And,
remember that game because
I
y'all had
appreciated
like
that.
the I'm trying to figure out y'all had y'all had the white jerseys.
Yep.
I forgot what Nikes you had. I think they were flights or something. I think you got like
We don't talk about the sneakers because everybody on the team agreed we were gonna wear Nikes, right?
right.
I had flights, Gerald had flights, Keith had flights,
Some
but
gray and black Jones or something like that. I think they were like gray and black
purple,
flights or
black,
something.
yeah, the purple, black, and what?
Woo!
But
Yo,
how
them
about
things,
listen?
them things
How
were
about the
sharp.
only person on the team that didn't want to wear Nikes was Lamont Sharp. He
What did you
wanted
want
to
to wear?
be
Some Adidas?
Reebok.
What, some pumps?
Yeah,
Some above the
they
rims?
wasn't even pumps. They was the Jones that looked like pumps. They was black and white. I forgot what Reeboks was, but we was when I say the whole team was
black tops. He
livid
had some
at him.
Sinbads. He probably had some Sinbad Jones. Them above the rim Sinbad Jones.
L Sharp had on the Reeboks. Everybody else was Nike.
Shout out to Lamont Sharp. You
know
ruined it.
Shout out to
Lamont,
Sharp,
man, with them above
doing
the rim.
big
You still
things,
got
man.
Jones?
He had a podcast that he was trying to start up too at one point. And I was when I was going to start mine, I had a thing with him and Brockenborough used to go at it. Yeah, they used to go back and forth at it about LBJ. I mean Ben Simmons. I'm sorry. She would come right at him. And I was waiting to start this podcast eventually to have a versus, so I could have them to have the first podcast versus when they was on there. I mean, I just thinking of all different type of ways to have fun with this joint. But, that's gonna come though. Remember, I said it first, so you never seen on nobody else's podcast.
Next time, trademark it.
You know what I'm saying? So, but but that year was a great year, man. It was very positive, man. I mean, for the most part, I think I should have played more. Of course, everybody said that I should have played more.
Yeah.
But it was, one of those coaches things, and I didn't play varsity the year before, and they was trying to kick that, all that stuff. And Mr. Woods was like, "Man, if I was the coach, you'd have been playing something." So I was
did they try to make you run cross country or something?
Yeah, they tried to do that. Like,
I think they maybe do that too. And then
I went because it was we had to go to show that you signed up, but after that, it was a wrap.
Oh, was that how they did it?
Yeah, you had to. Yeah, lucky you because
no, lucky y'all because they got me. It's like, oh yeah, Mr. Osborne,
you didn't see none of us out there. Just think about it. You ain't seen none of us out there.
Nope,
none of us at all.
I'm like
out there on that. We went out there for the first day to show that we signed up, work out, whatever, and then after that, we never came back. None of us.
Thanks, man.
No doubt. We had the young boy, y'all. Like, you know what I mean?
That's cool. I mean, because we used to. I mean, we used to catch you guys like in the summertime, stuff like that. Maybe we might catch you guys at Sunny Hill or Gustine Lake or something like that.
Lake, all that. Big shout out to Sunny Hill.
Shout out to Sunny Hill, man.
The Gustine Lake Total Response League, Belfield League, man. Those
man,
were the days, man.
That's another podcast right
Coach
there.
Ellerby had Belfield League on lock. We used to go in of that joint, man. That was some of the best times of me playing basketball as a youth.
Yeah,
playing at that Belfield League. Sunny Hill was cool.
Oh, Belfield was that work. Little gym.
Gustine Lake was cool. Total Response League down there. That was cool too. But I think the best times was that Belfield League. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Barber. Rest in peace to Rob Peterson. Those guys, man, for Waterview and Jules, who's incarcerated right now and everything. Moon, everybody. Man, Jamie was a bucket as well. Eric Worley.
Shout out to Jules and Moon too.
My guy Eric Worley, who was a bucket. As well as the owner and founder of Triple Threat, who gave me the opportunity to coach and really started putting me on the map as a trainer. Eric really pushed. And I say Eric put me in a lot of positions because he seen my drive of what I wanted to do in life. As far as with the youth and everything, Eric put me in a lot of positions.
Great dude, man. Great dude. As a matter of fact, I saw him at the I saw him at the Penn Charter game too.
Yeah, and big rest in peace to Kim, his ex, his wife that passed away.
Yeah.
They were very monumental to me and instrumental to me to do a lot of the stuff that I'm doing now as far as for basketball. You know what I'm saying? I met a lot of people through Triple Threat. You know what I mean? That I probably wouldn't have met any other time. And the training thing is
you train quite a few people. I actually trained a couple people in the league too.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not gonna toot your horn.
I'm just trying, man. You know what I'm saying? Just trying. Just trying. What allow them put up here? Leak Moore, Eric Carr. What they got to do with this conversation, man? We not talking about Simons. Leak Moore.
That's
Moore. Leak, that's young and Leak. Leak was a guaranteed bucket, but that was later. We talking before 93 and before law.
Right.
But we appreciate you going in your archives and pulling that up though.
That's his archives.
That's his archives. Look at you. You talking about put me on there. No, dog. This is the first show. Maybe another time. Maybe another time.
When we're talking about pretty boys or something like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Pretty boys that can play ball.
Right. But you, I mean, not to just talk about my basketball in our younger days, but you was an excellent basketball player too.
Well,
You
that's
was
what I
what they
do.
call us the specialists now, the players that does particularly one thing good. And you was one of those guys with the putbacks, rebounding, and defending. We never would rely on you to get 20, 30.
Thank you.
K knew his job. K said, I'm playing with y'all. There's nothing else for me to do besides rebound, defend, and get put back. Nothing else.
That's right. I mean,
so we appreciated you, dog. Like I
you're
really
welcome.
appreciated
You're welcome.
you, man. Because
but you know what?
those days.
But you know what? Playing with you, Larry, and just playing with everybody, like from King, Positive Image, you know, a little bit of AAU there, just all the leagues around the city. I'm talking like North Philly, Southwest, South Philly, like just, and then just like you said, like just playing defense. Because if I can stay with Keith, and this is when Keith like had bounce and stuff like that. If I can stay with Keith, if I can switch off on Zach and catch that and try to slow him down going to the basket, I feel like I could stick anybody. I'm like, all right, bet. You know, and then it's like this. With defense is a job that nobody really wants to do. Nobody wants to do that job. Nobody wants to stick the main score and get burned for like 30 and 20 and stuff like that. Sometimes you're gonna have days like that. You just have to
the modern day Matisse Bible right now.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Without
the athleticism.
It's like, you know, you're gonna get, you know, you're gonna get those guys and stuff like that. But guess what? You know, like playing against like you know, like some of the other guys from Northfield, like the, you know, the Flips and the Kevin Forneys and all those guys, and the Terrell Stokes,
Colsons, and man,
Donnie Cars and everybody, like playing against them.
They was ahead of me, but I tried. They used to give me hell because I was smaller, and they just was,
but you get respect though because you don't back down, you know. So
quickness was ridiculous. I never saw somebody with a first step at that age.
Yeah,
staying in front of Sean was like trying to run in front of a moving train. Like I say that for a first step. Sean, he'll line you up before you even get settled on defense. Like, pew, you be like,
I'm like, man,
I'm about to get subbed.
I
this boy at the basket
you know
17 times already.
I think what prepped us, you know what it is? I think what prepped us for that though, but you know, about playing, you know, against better competition was playing that Sunny Hill League. Yeah. Because we didn't because you know, some of the other leagues that I played in, like we would go zone or stuff like that. It's like, no.
Sunny was they was down there making you become a man immediately. It's either you gonna play or you're not gonna play.
Or you're not gonna play.
You're gonna figure it out.
And the tryouts were crazy because the tryouts, like, the trials were at Gustine and
Temple sometimes at Temple
too. Yep, McGonigal Hall. Yep. And sometimes I think with the first couple of tryouts were like you didn't have a ball, you were just like running, like it's just like a heat.
That was that John Arnett stuff.
Yep, shout out to John Arnett, baby. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. That was that John Arnett. I experienced that, and I think that's probably one of the gruesomest training I ever had to go through. Next to shout out to my old head, Hot Rod.
Yeah,
I got a story for that, man.
3-on-3 fulls, man.
I tried to work out with Hot Rod. We worked out together for I think 2 weeks at the YMCA in of Germantown.
Green Street.
Yeah, Green, right?
Shout out to Green Street.
When I say Hot Rod would get up like 6, he would call me like 5:30. I'd be at the gym at 6:30, somewhere around there. I forgot. As soon as the gym was opening, we had to be there. And he was like, I'm starting without you. And if I get there late, don't worry about coming back. Because I still gotta worry about finishing the workout. Hot Rod had me so burnt out. I swear I slept for days. I never seen somebody work out. That's what that training mindset, like when Hot Rod was really into his bag of training, man, I've never been him. John Arnett was tough, but I was one-on-one. Me and Hot Rod was just me and him in the gym.
One-on-one.
And we was going for like at least 2 hours. It wasn't no hour session, nothing like that. He was like, I'm getting to the gym at this particular time, be there. And I'm talking about we stretched first.
Yep.
We ran. Then we got into other stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I swear to God, man, I appreciate that, man, so much. Like, that's my old head.
Did you have
Like,
to do the like when you were working out? Because this is the drill I hate too. My man Jimmy, and he's cool with hot rods too. Shout out to Jimmy, because I hate doing his drills too. But he gets me up like early in the morning. I used to hate it. I still hate it now. Like, did you have to do the taps? Like when you roll the ball and you get the boop boop. I hate that drill, but that drill is good for you though.
I'm sitting there like I'm training with hot rod, like the quickest handles in Philly. Like
maybe on the
you
East
walk in,
Coast.
yeah.
Who knows?
My shit gonna be sharp. Excuse my language. My shit gonna be sharp. I'm sitting there like, yo, are you tired? You're like, no, this the first go around. The first go around? I said, hot rod, yo, you trying to kill me? He's like, no, you come to work out with me, right?
Yeah.
It is what it is, man.
Eventually, your body got used to it. I think like usually the first couple of days are usually the worst days.
Yeah, so
like your body has to get used to it.
Yo, man, I see She, Brinkley, and all of them. They be like, "Oh, you was working out, right?" And then they playing 3-on-3s at 12:00.
Full 3-on-3 full.
Well, yeah. They like, how are you playing, right? I can't even move. You getting on this court?
Yep.
That was like part of the workout too. Like if I don't show up to do that, it's like don't bother coming working out with me no more. So a lot of my training, I always use that as an example in the back of my head, how he pushed me, him and even Smack. You know what I'm saying? Vernon Wings, little Smack, baby Smack, but Smack when I was of Simons, we used to get those knee bruises, like somebody knee you in your thigh, the joint swell up, and you can't walk on that joint. Man, that's something that happened to me. Smack would punch me in my leg purposely. You still working out? Yup. Because there ain't no turning around.
Doing them damn taps, man.
We
hate
actually
them taps. First you have to go forward. You have to go backwards.
We had old heads that held us accountable and pushed us to be as successful as we could be. Keep you away from the dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of our focus today, a lot of these younger generations don't look at the old heads such as like myself or somebody like that in that way. They look at the guy that's doing the same thing that they doing or want to get into, and they not pushing them away from doing it. That's why we have these falter athletes, younger athletes that's falling in the mix. You know what I'm saying? In our day, it was more of we did the dumb stuff for you not to.
Right.
We see that you want to do this, we're gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? I live on Forest Avenue. Everybody knows Forest Avenue. My uncles used to tell me you got a half an hour to be on the block to chill with people. After that, you better go find a basketball court or something like that.
Makes
you know what I'm saying? And today, the athletes is hanging out on the block in the mix. So it's like the old heads ain't pushing them away enough. Not to say all old heads are not trying, but somebody has to get them and buckle them kids down nowadays. And I think that's what we losing a lot nowadays with younger athletes and stuff. Being as though it's that old head is going to grip them up and be like, yo, you don't supposed to be here.
Yeah, get out of here, fam. Like, yo, what are you doing here? Because I remember, like, if you were a good ball player and stuff like that, most of the time, the people, I mean, they were sort of like I'm gonna call it like you get it like a not a hood pass, but it was more of like this guy has potential. Like, and I've seen it. I've even seen it with kids who are like going to school to be doctors and stuff like that. Like, yo, Mary, what you doing out here, man? Like, yo, go in the house, go study, go read a book or something like that. Or I'll just throw your username as an example. Like, yo, Larry, what you doing, man? Like, oh, about to do such and such. Yo, what y'all about to do? I'm about to hang out with y'all. No, man, go to the gym. Like, go to the gym, man. Just You need to be out here with nonsense.
Like, even rest in peace to my uncle Rico Washington.
Rest in peace.
He used to get me all the time when he was home. When he was going overseas and all that stuff like that. But when he was home, it was no chilling. I wasn't chilling nowhere. It was like you in the crib. If you ain't in Islander House playing Tecmo Bowl with Chaffee and Charlie and all them on the block, we not playing baseball in the driveway, nothing like that. You in the gym or you home.
Right.
My uncle gave me a little pass for 30 minutes on the block. After that, you chill on the block, and then after that, nope, it's time to you go. You don't need to be here. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a lot of it's a lot of change that need to be made, and it's just a matter of the right old heads stepping up to get a lot of these younger kids, not just the athletes, but the kids in general.
Kids, period, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because each one teach one, and you just never know who is actually following you.
Right.
Who's actually following you. You know what I mean? A lot of these kids don't even know. Malik Lamar said, "Congratulations." Hey, I appreciate it, brother.
What up, Malik Lamar? What up? Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, the YouTube channel, and if you're on Instagram, everything's at the top of the screen. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the support. As I grow, we grow. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Everybody gonna get a chance to say something. You know what I mean? Whether it's your comment or if it's when we do the call-ins. Like eventually we're gonna start doing the call-ins and stuff like that. But this is all about fun, great debate, and enjoying the time, giving a platform for those of us that have small businesses, all that stuff. So it's gonna be sports mainly, but we also are putting out there, you know, for those of us with small businesses to support and stuff like that. So we will have interviews with those who have businesses and things like that. A lot of the athletes, younger athletes, that's not getting the spotlight, the attention. You know what I mean? Because we know a lot of kids that are very good, but are not getting the attention of the kids that has the popularity. You know what I mean? Just interviewing them, just finding out a lot of what they want to do, what's in they, you know, in their head to get better, or you know, what's on their agenda as to being a better athlete. You know what I mean? Especially in the class, of course, but even teams and stuff like that. So we doing a whole lot of that, man. Like we're just gonna have fun with it. And this is not just my platform; it's our platform.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is not just me and K's platform. This is our platform. We're gonna have a whole lot. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun. Like I said, everything here is opinionated. So I don't want nobody to take anything personal. It's just what I see, what K sees, what whoever's on here sees. You know what I mean? And their opinion. So this is never to down anybody. We want everybody to be great and successful. You know what I mean? We need more of that. So that's what this is about. But Malik Lamar or Malik, I don't know if I'm gonna say it right
Malik,
or wrong.
man. I think
Malik.
it's Malik.
Let's go with Malik. Right. You know, some people say their names different. Like you be like, oh, my bad. You know. So, but yeah, I appreciate it, man. Or young lady, man, woman, whatever. You know.
Okay.
Just make sure you like and subscribe. Like the post.
Dive
Like
deeper into the hole.
Yeah. Subscribe. Put on your notifications. We're gonna be trying to do this as much as possible during the week. I'm not gonna sit there and say it's one day out of the week, 2 days. We might do it every day one day. 1 week. You know? Never know. But we on here. I appreciate it. Yeah, so let's talk about these playoffs, man. Let's just talk about the game yesterday. Let's talk about that game, which was a great game with the Cincinnati Bengals pulling that victory off.
And he got sacked 9 times.
Yo,
how?
I'm sitting there saying like this. It reminds me of when Houston had Carr brother when he was there.
Yeah,
at Houston. When I say every time I turned around, that man was on his back.
That was a young David Carr too.
Yeah, like I'm sitting there like, no, they can't protect this man,
or they're not protecting him.
Yeah, but Burrow was like he stood strong. He stood strong. He struck when he needed to. He was poised. He didn't let the 9 sacks, you know what I mean, change his whole mindset. I know Tennessee is pissed. Like 9 sacks and we still come away with the loss.
Yeah, well, that's
Tannehill turned out to be Tannehill.
Well, Jamar Chase, you know, he caught that clutch.
Oh, yeah, for the field goal.
Catch.
Yeah, most definitely.
It caught it right on the side. Like, oh, let me step out. Let me get this.
But I look at it like, you know, Tannehill was one of those quarterbacks that they always said was like a tweener. He'll give you the highs, but you guaranteed you're gonna get that low.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So they were pumping him up a little bit too.
Yeah,
like, you know, Ryan Tannehill, if he, you know, if he could be like the next like Drew Bledsoe or something, like what? Like, no, wait. Like he's
yeah.
Like he's let him be Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, let them be right in town.
Don't put any pressure
I
on them.
hate when they always put a label, another talent next to that person, and then they don't, you know, evolve to being that type of player or something like that.
Right.
And it's like all of a sudden you went from saying he's next to the next this, next that, next this, and then he's never been that. He's been himself. Now I can understand comparisons when it's lower level people, but they always compare you to the greatest.
Right.
And I think that's the problem. Like it ain't nobody being compared to Geno Smith, or you know what I mean, or even
Shout out to Geno, former Jet.
shout out to
former Jet, West Virginia. Go on.
I set you up for that one.
You did.
But
I caught the lob.
ain't nobody saying, like, you know what I mean, to those type of players, like, you know, those players that stuck in the league for a long time and had some success. They always compare you to the greatest, and then when you don't live up to the greatest, it's just like, oh, you was a bust, or you know, you could have been better. Well, this was the person they always was. So how can you tell somebody they could be better than what they was? They gave their best effort. You know what I mean? And I think that's like kind of an issue. And
we've been doing that for years, though. We've been doing that for years, you know. So you might make a layup like Isaiah Thomas, we call you the next Zeke or something like that. Like, yo, they go Larry right there. Yo, call him Zeke.
But that's a different level, though. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a pro. There. I wasn't getting paid. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't getting paid. I wasn't getting paid at the time.
I make a good move. I do like an up and under or something like that. I do like I go triple threat up and under.
Up and under.
Then
I'm the next Elijah one. K, the next Elijah one.
Yo, do the move again, K. Get it. Get a little.
So now, now you're doing it every time you get down court.
Don't do that to
now everybody punching that joint. Like, okay, we're gonna wait for you to do
punch that girl to the backboard. Boom.
But yeah, man, that game was crazy, man. It was real barn fire. But you know, you can't rely on quarterbacks nowadays so much.
Nope.
Like even with Garoppolo, and eventually he was going to be Jimmy G. You know what I'm saying? Like he threw a lot of those flats. He threw a lot of those flats out trying to get it to that receiver on 5 and outs. And that was looking like they should be taken to the house. Even Troy Aikman got on that joint, was like, yo, you taking a lot of chances over there.
There's one joint he threw his back foot. He threw it off his back foot. I'm like, yo, that's gonna get intercepted.
That's not what you're supposed to do, though.
What's going on?
Come on, man, stop. You out of pocket, yo.
What's going on?
I tell you, boy, you out of pocket. I knew you was gonna try to show your face or something.
That's all right. Let him show his face. Don't do that.
Oh, Kay, that's your Malik.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You ain't say that.
I tried to like give you some context clues and stuff like that.
We ain't doing that on the first show, though. You just speak frivolously, minutely. Let's be in our Stephen A. bag. Saying all these big words.
I got caught COVID and I was fighting for my life and I was frivolously breathing. I'm like, what? This nigga, excuse my French. Just get to the point.
Yo, but yeah, man, like it was 2 great games, man. That San Francisco game was crazy.
Yeah, defense,
but the defense.
So what's next for what's next for AR 12? He sounded real upset. He sounded like he was trying to make some moves or something.
Well, you can expect that, though, you know, because what I learned from Aaron Rodgers just from this year. He wants you to be on his time now. So he's not going to answer nothing the way that you want him to answer it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Before, you used to get an Aaron Rodgers that spoke eloquently and said the things that need to be said. Now it's just like, I'll leave y'all guessing. Till next time. Then he walking out of that joint. Like, you know what I'm saying? He don't care no more. He got that attitude.
I'm bad. Yeah, I'm bad. Listen, there's going to be some changes done on the offensive line. I'm like, yo, did you just throw your offensive line under the bus?
No, listen, he don't care. He don't care now. It's to the point now when he just like, oh shoot, and I didn't even record this.
Okay.
It's to the point I forgot to record.
Yeah, we
But
were.
it'll
That's
record
all
on
right
the
though.
it'll record on the stream, John, and then on the I'm
Okay.
trying to record the audio. But yeah, but he's on his bag in our terms. Like I let y'all wait. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all on my time now. So now every team is gonna hold off on spending that extra money next year at the end of the season, hoping and praying that something can happen where he can
Yeah,
get out of that deal.
as he said, he always wanted to play for San Fran, but then he was just like,
But
all right,
I don't think San Fran's gonna take that beat.
nah.
You know
I
why?
think. I mean,
Because
is
you got
Jimmy G
somebody
is hooping? Yeah, Jimmy G is hooping right now.
Jimmy G hooping, but at the same token, they still got somebody, Trey Lance, right?
Yeah, and he's waiting.
And he's waiting. So why would you get rid of Jimmy G to bring somebody that's only gonna give you like another 2 years? They got this. He gonna sign a 2-year deal. He ain't gonna sign nothing big, nothing crazy, nothing that's gonna keep him. You know what I mean? Where he wanna control his own narrative in the
Yeah.
NBA terms now. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
he ain't gonna go nowhere crazy like that. But yeah, man, that was a
That was a
special
good game,
game,
man.
man.
Like I was like, I think I see. I mean, based on the elements and stuff like that, because usually when it starts snowing and flurrying and stuff like that, usually
That's Green Bay.
that's Green
That's
Bay's
all day.
favorite. But
It worked at the beginning of the game though, because they couldn't
mm-hmm.
catch nothing. Kettle's missing passes and
Yep.
everything. He falling out his hand, hitting his arm, hitting his chest. He still was missing, and you never see him miss. You know what I
Never.
mean? Drop any passes or anything like that. But that kid, what's his name? 19, the running back slash receivers. Yeah, what do you call himself? A wide back for San Francisco. I forgot the kid name,
I know you're
but
talking about though.
he's special, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's bad though? By him doing both of those jobs as a wide receiver and a running back,
Mm-hmm.
he's not gonna get paid the way he need to get
Oh
paid.
no, 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 no. You're gonna get paid as a slash.
But then that's not even good money.
It's not. You're not Cordell
You're a tweener.
Stewart,
You're
something like
right,
that. You know.
exactly. You see what I'm saying? Because didn't somebody recently just went through that whole situation of being in between being a tight end and a wide receiver?
Mm-hmm.
What's tight end was that? His position was tight end, but they had him at
But they had
wide
him as
out.
like as a slot. They put him in the
Yeah,
slot and everything.
he was
I
playing
didn't talk
more
about.
receiver than he was tight ends, and we know receivers get paid more than tight ends.
Yeah.
So he recently, I forgot his name. I can't. We got to dig
Even
that
though I
up.
think, even though I think tight ends should get paid a little bit more because they
You're
take
doing
more
blocking.
abuse. They
Yeah,
take a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
Running across that middle.
Responsibility. Yeah, that responsibility is
I mean,
crazy. It ain't just lining up on the outside and running a pattern.
you
You know
got
what
to
I'm
block.
saying?
You blocking and everything. You're blocking for
Mm-hmm.
people,
Yep.
and I'm not even talking about like the star tight ends. I'm talking about like your standard tight end. Like, all right, you know,
Mm-hmm.
if you're like 6'6", 240, you're a tight end.
You're
You're not
tight
a
end.
receiver.
Exactly.
Sorry.
But that's what the problem going to be with Pitts in Atlanta.
Mm.
They consider him a tight end,
Oh,
but
you're a tight end then.
they putting you in the slot.
Yeah, can you hit? Can you block?
You block. You know what I'm
You
saying?
block, right? All right, then you're a
Yeah.
tight end then. Because receivers don't
Yeah.
block. Receivers are
Yeah.
divas. Like they ain't touching that. You know,
Leave
they
it
ain't
at
touching
that.
that.
Right.
What are your predictions for these games coming out? Bucks
So
Rams. Who you got?
Bucks. All right, Bucks Rams. I'm going Bucks because Matthew Stafford, as we see, he's just like Grop. He's just like Tannehill.
Okay.
It's just like now he got a win in this belt for being in the playoffs after never having no wins in the playoffs at Detroit. You see what I'm saying?
So he's gonna just take that mojo over there, huh?
Listen, he got a lot of weapons, but as you
Definitely have.
seen
He
the
got some
week,
toys over there.
yeah,
Got some
but you
toys to
seen
play
the
with over there.
week before last, he was looking like 1 minute he Stafford, the next minute he like Stafford. Like why?
He's like Steve Stafford. Steve
Yeah,
Stafford or Matt Stafford, you
Matt
know,
Stafford. Which one
throwing
are you going?
passes to
It's like
OBJ.
who's going?
OBJ's catching him in stride. You know, he's catching, doing his dance. I'm like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see
It's
what
like
happens this afternoon.
another case of defense got to get some turnovers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? sometimes you can you can kind of, even though Tampa Bay got a good run stopping defense, but they, the defensive backs are not all that great. But you can expect Tom Brady to play at a certain level,
right,
and just be there.
and
Matthew
he's
Stafford,
gonna take you with him. Like, let's
right?
go.
And Matthew Stafford is just like the defense on it. They going on the sideline like, yo, we gotta get a stop. We gotta get a turnover. If we don't get this turnover, we don't get this stop, we can't leave it on that man's shoulders, because we see, and this whole season has been roller coaster. The first few weeks, he was like this.
Like the
Middle of the
Rams.
season, he
Rams
just
looking like they look like the Cardinals
like
out
greatest
there.
show of turf. Like they was rolling. But then he started turning into Matt. You'd be like, why did he pass? Interception, 2 interceptions there. Bad throws here. Bad. And it came down to like the defense has to make some plays. Just like with my Cowboys. The defense has to make some plays. I'm even gonna go as far as the defense has a score.
Get it like a pick six
See
or
what I'm saying?
fumble recovery or something like that. Take it to the house.
San Francisco. Defense had to score. Because he threw an interception within the red zone towards the end of the half.
They were looking like my old Jets out there.
You know what I'm saying? Like
defense, all
defense. Certain quarterbacks, you get that you can't expect them to be on a certain plateau all the time. And he's one of those guys that he has the arm strength. He has all the intangibles, and it's just like sometimes you just look at the decision making was like, wow.
Like we don't have, it's not a 2-minute drill, but we have
and look who's on the other side.
Like, what can you do in a minute and a half? Can you get my team situated? Can you, like, because sometimes, like, some players aren't their best when that 2-minute drill hits. Like,
all right,
TB12's at his best, like when he does that, because he's like, okay, all right, just
exactly.
Let me quarterback this thing right quick. Okay, all right, who didn't get the ball?
Oh, exactly. Exactly. And it's like when you got to look across the field sometimes. Sometimes, no matter what you say, whoever you're playing, you're looking on that sideline. You're looking on that sideline saying, I can't get him the basketball. I mean, I can't get him the football. I can't get him this. I can't give them another opportunity. You can't hear? That's you then. There you go.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I can hear you.
You can't hear me now?
Can't hear you.
I can hear you. That's you. That's you. Log off and then log back on.
Go.
Log off and then log back on.
Leave, come back. Gotcha.
And then come. Yeah, so with certain things with quarterbacks, as we all know, that should be $20, right? Mm-hmm. Let's see, get my boy back here. You back? You good?
Here he is. There he is.
But certain quarterbacks and certain players, like you always gotta look in basketball. You look down the sideline and you see Popovich on one end. It's like he got a play drawn up, or it's something that he got some player down there that can make things happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got the coach and the player. But you looking at Stafford looking at Tom Brady is like, I only got to look at the coach. It's Tom Brady. I can't get him the ball in the short field. I can't put my defense, because now my defense looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So I don't trust Stafford. You know what I mean? He can surprise us when, eventually.
I mean, listen, I mean, I think, to be honest with you, if you can go out there, I think it's like this. I think you can go out there, because Tom Brady can be beat. I've seen it. I've seen it many times.
I mean, we put up a good fight for the most part of, at the beginning of the season, and they was vulnerable in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Towards the end, they was a little vulnerable. You know what I mean? But it's just that you got to have that person, that quarterback, and the game plan to keep the ball out of his hands.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And
That's
hope
it.
your defense can get at least one turnover, at least
Right.
one, and you got to score off that turnover. You can't just get the turnover and then punt the back to him.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I remember the way that we beat them. I'm going to shout out my Jets again, but I remember the way we beat them back then. I think it was 2011. That's when we went to the AFC Championship. The way we beat them, and it's the same. Like, you got to get to them. You get to him, and you make him make mistakes. And when he makes a mistake, you play off of that joint. Yep. I remember one time we got an interception off of it. We tried to run that thing right all the way back to the house. It was one of our defensive linemen. I was like, keep running. Keep running. You're going to fall. You're probably going to fall on your stomach, but keep running. Keep running.
Slide into the end zone.
Yeah, Joe. Listen. And what happened with that was, I think, what did we get out of that? I think we got a field goal out of that, if I remember correctly. But with the Patriots, and even Tampa Bay still reminds me of the Patriots because they still have Gronk, they still have like a system, and it's just that you just gotta make them make mistakes, man, and you got to get at them when you have the chance to get at them. Get at them.
Yep.
I mean, don't hurt him, but get at him. Get his uniform dirty. Get that uniform dirty.
Yep.
Make sure, whoever's matched up with Gronk, listen, you gotta slow down that monster. Just don't let him get a running start. He gets a running start. It's
somehow, some way. It's like somehow,
don't
some
tackle
way.
him up top. Please don't tackle him up top. You're gonna bounce right off of him.
Somehow, some way. And Gronk ain't the same Gronk, but if you put some pressure on him to have to make the plays that be in contact with him the whole game, opposed to letting him run freely.
Yeah,
you have a better chance. You know what I'm saying? Mike Evans.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Mike Evans is the next one.
You're going to double him. You're going to go over and under on him all the time anyway. Because
what about Goodwin?
Wasn't he hurt recently? Didn't he just come back right before the last game or something?
He just came back. So,
right.
Just beat up on him. I'm sorry, it's football.
It's almost like one-on-one on everybody else. And you just, you got somebody on top for Mike Evans.
Yeah. Just don't let Mike Evans get like 2 consecutive catches. Because he starts catching, he catches like 2, he's gonna start feeling himself. Like, all right.
All
right, throw it over here.
You gotta play him bump and run.
Yes.
You ain't gonna give him no space. You're not gonna give him no space. So it's like, there's a lot of intangibles there. But then when you look on the other side of the field, you got those same intangibles over there. Same weapons.
But
and
you gotta feed them better. See, but
if
those
not
weapons
better.
are like divas though. But see, those weapons are like divas though. Because they'll give them the ball, but they might shut down for the rest of the game.
But that's when it comes into knowing the quarterback. You see what I'm saying? If somebody's not playing bump and run on Beckham, why not throw that quick hit?
Yep.
Let him get that 5 to 6 yards.
Yeah.
He might beat that one. You know what I mean?
Get his hands warm. Yeah, get his hands warm one time.
And then you get Mr. Triple Crown. It's really no. You can't stop that kid, man. Like literally, he can get open whenever he wants to. He wants to. But it's just Matthew Stafford. Sometimes he just don't. He don't give you that. That.
Do you think that that LA has to take more gambles too? Do you think they have to just throw it down there?
No, because that's going to get him into throwing interceptions.
Okay, gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? So now you just losing out on a possession after that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's already sometimes when he get in that mode,
that gunslinger mentality.
Yeah, he just let it go.
Okay.
And it's like, oh man.
That's the Brett Favre in him. That's that.
Exactly.
He turns into Ryan Fitzpatrick or something like that. Yep. He just starts chucking that joint.
Yep. Brett Favre, like, hey, whatever, I'll get the ball.
Whatever. Listen, man, I'm Brett Favre, man.
I tried.
I'm a legend. I don't care.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to fling this thing. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So what about the next game coming up? What about the Bills and the Chiefs? Who you got for that one?
I'm taking Chiefs.
Woo! That's what time's that game come on again? That's the night game, right?
That's 6:15. That's 6:15 or 7, something like that. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, that might be the evening game. Yeah, that's the nightcap.
Yeah, hold up. Let's pull it up. You know what I mean? Let's pull that up. Yeah, we have 6:30.
Woo!
6:30.
I might have to go get some some Chinese takeout or something like that. Settle down to eat that one. Settle down to eat that one with the dog.
Yeah.
Ain't that right? Wake up.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, she is knocked out over there.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's the next game, and I think I like the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs a lot. You know, they gonna show up. This is what I'm not that familiar with Bills defense.
Okay, I mean,
I'm not that familiar with
they're
Bills
credible
defense.
though. I mean,
I'm not.
it's not the Bills defense of old, but they're credible though.
I'm not. I'm not the one to just throw it out there and say, "Oh, they got to stop this." I'm not sure. I'm not sure
That's
about
cool.
Bills.
I'm not a Bills fan. Like, I'd be lying to you if I said I do rock with the Bills. I rock with the Bills. Oh, for real? Okay. Now you're a Bills fan,
right? If I had to take, I shoot my shot with the the regular, the over, not the underdog, but the overdog.
Okay. Now, how do you feel? What's your take on Mahomes? Like, do you feel he's like the next best or what?
He has a great potential to be, because he does a lot of things that you just be like, it wows you sometimes, especially being that person that wasn't quote unquote under the radar a little bit, coming out of school, and then as soon as he get the MVP, now everybody's compared to him now. Everybody jump on the bandwagon because nobody was saying all this stuff when he got the starting spot.
Okay.
He was saying he needs to learn this and this, that, and the other, and then he get MVP. Now all of a sudden, everybody's the next Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? But
here's another question. I'm gonna raise you this one. Here's another question. Shout out to my man Scoop. What basketball player would you compare him to? Patrick Mahomes. What basketball player? It could be whatever basketball player you want. I already know who I think is going to be. Like when I answer the question.
What basketball player would I compare Patrick Mahomes to? He has flash.
Okay. Check.
So are we going?
It could be past, present. It doesn't even matter. Like, all right, whoever.
So if I do present, I'll say Luka.
Ooh. Mine was Magic.
If I did pass, I wouldn't even say Magic though.
Okay. I'm gonna give you why I said Magic, because Magic was, when it was time for Patrick Mahomes, when the lights came on, it was time for Patrick Mahomes to go out there and start dancing and stuff like that. He would go out there and start dancing. He'll start running, he'll scramble, he'll start making crazy throws, sidearm it, throwing while he's falling and stuff like that, pitching and stuff like that, fake pitch, throw and stuff like that, fake spike, throw and stuff like that. And Magic was the same way, and
then you can say Pistol Pete.
Yeah, Pistol Pete too. I mean, because like just the, plus he does the intangibles too. Like he does that too. And Magic did the intangibles, and the Kansas City Chiefs actually looked to him. Like
I'm going Mark Price.
Whoa, no, you didn't.
You know why I say that?
No, you didn't.
Because
I hear that. I like Mark. That's an oldie but goodie right there. What you know about Mark Price?
Mark Price was very underrated. He had flash, but he was so fundamentally sound that you will overlook the flash.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Mark would give you that look, and you think that ball going there, everybody done shift, and him and Brad.
Whoo. And he was split your double team. He was split the hell out your double team. Like, dude.
I would say Mark Price. If I had to go, I would say Mark Price.
I like that comparison. I like that. Because you're right. Because I definitely agree with that. Because he, as fancy as he is, he's still fundamentally sound. Like he still stays within the. He doesn't
try to get into the running mode.
Like he starts juking and mess around until your ACL or something like that. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need to do all that. Like he's. I'm not saying he's like the anti-Vic, because Vic was like once in a while. He's like a talent. Like he's
Lamar's close. Lamar is very close.
That's who I would. Lamar would be. Lamar would be like Mike Vick 2.0 or something like that. Or Randall Cunningham 3.6.
Yeah, 3.6.
But shorter, because Randall Cunningham's taller. Because I think Randall Cunningham. I still put Randall Cunningham up there because for his height, he could do so much. And then plus he's he's pretty much what everybody else wanted to be too.
All right.
But yeah, I like that. I like that though. I like that comparison though. Mark Price. Wow, I like that one. Yeah, because Mark Price was, and he would, from a basketball standpoint, he would just carve you up too. He'll carve you right up. Like you might.
Very, very underrated because nobody mentions the Mark Price. I mean, if I want to stay in Cleveland, I say Terrell Brandon.
Hey, Mr. Mid-range right there. That's Mr. Mid-range. But guess who we got that from?
But Terrell but Terrell had bunnies too. Terrell used to throw that thing down too.
He's a yam. He's a yam every now and then.
Injuries start kicking in.
Wow, since you talking about, we got totally off subject on that one. But I'm
gonna
throw another mid-range master in there. Another mid-range master, the great Jeff Hornacek.
Oh, Jeffy. Oh man.
Yeah.
You gave him the great though?
Yeah, the great Jeff Hornacek. Horny. Yeah, the great Horny.
Oh, man. Give me Drazen Petrovic.
Well, he was definitely the great one. May he rest in peace. But he wasn't great that night when he was talking back. He was good that night when he was talking back to Jordan.
They was going back and forth.
You ain't better than me. And he said in his native language,
Mike couldn't do the Kobe, and Kobe just talked that shit back to him in that same language. Yeah.
I wonder who would be our Petrovic of this era? Who's our Petrovic of this era then?
Turkoglu and what's it called? They used to play for Sacramento. Slavic. What's his name?
I know you're talking about.
Him. Huh?
Was it Petrovic? Not Petrovic. It was
not Petrovic. Was
Stojakovic.
Stojakovic was the closest.
Yeah. No, not really, because Petrovic would challenge you though. He was like, "What?"
Yeah, but Stojakovic was getting buckets.
He sure enough did. He did.
I
don't know. Would it be Luka though? Because Luka was. Because Luka has that swag early. Too, and Petrovic had the swag as well.
He's still early though. Luka's jump shot is not that consistent.
Yeah,
Petrovic's jump shot was consistent.
That thing was money. That thing, I remember he hit a jumper in Jordan's face. And said, "You can't check me." And he pointed at him like, "You can't check me."
Yep.
And Jordan was just like, "You don't know who you're talking to," And he's like, "No, I know exactly who I'm talking to."
Yep.
So, yeah. So you're taking Kansas. So you're taking Kansas
City.
Okay. Why not the Bills? Why not Josh Allen in the Bills? Why not?
Josh Allen, to me, he kind of falls into that category with the Tannehill and Garoppolo.
Really? I think he's better than them, though.
You can think he's better than them, but you just don't know what you're gonna get. Well, we had that.
Know, you might. Well, so far I've seen a lot.
How consistent has he been?
He's been pretty consistent. In regards to, pass completion, he's pretty much been up there like in the high 60s.
I mean, I could be wrong because it ain't like I pay too much attention to the Buffalo.
Yeah, we're not Bills fans, so and I we'd be lying to you if we are.
I stick with the Chiefs because I actually pay attention to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I'm not flipping, the channel to see Buffalo play.
I like the Bills, but the only time I used to watch the Bills is when they used to play against the Jets.
Well, they got that running back, Hyde or somebody. What's one of the Georgia running backs or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, he's good, but I mean, Josh, you know what it is? I think everybody is, and I'll play devil's advocate on this one. I think the reason why everybody is so infatuated with Josh Allen is because, like, what he's doing. Like, he's a big quarterback. Number one, he's a big guy. and he'll tuck the ball and he'll run. And so sometimes he won't slide; he'll just take the tackle, and he can throw it. He can sling it. You know, he can throw it down there. Then he has weapons too. You got Diggs. You know, Mr. Catch Everything. So,
but you know what? Now that I think about it, because Josh Allen run,
he will run.
He would get out of that. He will
run you over too.
And I'm thinking about it. And Chiefs are not that good against the run, against running quarterbacks. I give him a shot.
Okay, I mean,
I'm still taking Chiefs.
Still take the Chiefs though. I mean, you still got Kelsey. You know, who's going to stop Kelsey?
Still got Andy Reid.
Yeah, and listen, I ain't mad at Andy.
Innovator. I can't. I hated him because he was an Eagles coach, but ain't nothing like seeing an Eagles fan celebrate when he won a championship.
Yeah, I might. Wait a minute.
Y'all got rid of him. Y'all told him to go. Y'all wanted him. But that's neither here nor there.
I remember one of my homegirls. She was just like, she's like, I'm happy for Andy Reid, but I'm still going to be an Eagles fan. So unless he got that championship with the Eagles, then it's all good. But
right.
Listen, other than that, hey, look, congratulations, but y'all, wait till we get ours, But,
right.
But yeah, I mean, Josh Allen, he's definitely a problem, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do out there. And they're playing in Kansas City.
Yep.
Oh, so that's nothing to them. No, that's like 80-degree weather to them.
Yeah, I was about to say that they in Buffalo.
Listen, if it's too cold for them, it's just Albany. Right for us.
I went to Albany State for on a partial scholarship that could have to a scholarship.
Did you hear that, y'all? Did you hear that?
I stayed up there for a week.
They came home?
I called my grandma. I said, I'm coming home.
Why?
It was cold as... Bro, our worst winter ain't got nothing on Buffalo and Albany.
Yeah, that's Western New York, almost like in Canada.
I was not ready for that.
Should,
shout out to my old coach Zach, because he talked to the coach and talked to the school, and they told me to come up. I came up, visited. I said, listen, we can't give you a full scholarship right now, but if you come up here, do it as a walk-on, we get you the money and all that stuff, we can get you on. And that was an opportunity. But you know what's crazy? You know, I mean, almost to end this this first episode, this first show, is when I went up there and came back home, it was probably the best decision I've made, because right after that, I found out my grandma had cancer.
Oh.
So with me coming back home, I probably would have found out while I was at the school if I didn't come back.
You'd probably
well, yeah, even worse.
Yeah,
I did even though I was home. So that was like a blessing in disguise that I made that decision, because I was there to be able to be with my grandmother for the amount of time that I was before she moved to South Carolina with my grandpa and later passed away.
Nice.
But yeah, but that was like one of the decisions I never regret, even though it was an opportunity. And I had another opportunity with a big shout out to Apollos Baker, West Oak Lane. He also got me an opportunity to go play at Florida Memorial.
Hey,
yeah,
that sounds like what? That's
yeah, yep.
Nothing wrong with that. Listen, are you paying for it? All right, then it's great for me.
I didn't go because my mom had some issues at home.
That's cool.
But Apollos made a phone call, and it was like, Larry, you shouldn't be home. Why are you home? I had some things going on. He was like, let me make his phone call. Made a phone call. They was like, we will accept you right now. Just that fast.
Man.
And that's a story I never told about Apollos. That's the first time I ever brought it up anywhere.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
But Apollos big. I might have to get Apollos on here, because that was one of those moments when, you know, somebody that believe in you more than damn near just as much as you. And that all because of the basketball skill.
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that.
But yeah, this is
who would have thunk it?
Yeah, I mean, the first episode, you know, we ain't really got no viewers or anything like that, but that'll change.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna have some agendas and stuff,
you know what I'm
like
saying,
that,
to make things go. You know, I just wanted to do it. But thanks to those who did. Comment GT 500, Buck 60,
Malik.
and Malik. Appreciate y'all for tuning in for the time that y'all did. And but GT 500, if you still there, hopefully you send me that DM and I can get back to you for the giveaway for being the first comment on the podcast. Big shout out to my bro Casey Osborne, or the only Clippers fan. We gonna be doing a segment for his sporting news that he always gives us up with latest scores and highlights and stuff like that. We're gonna hook this joint up something crazy. So K, you got anything to say?
Just shout out to my fam and everybody. Shout out to I'm actually dog sitting. I'm actually dog sitting for my brother. Shout out to Kyle, the only probably Dallas Mavericks fan that I know. Hey, wake up! She's knocked out. You're a lazy dog, but you're gorgeous. Anyway, but just want to shout out to the fam. Shout out to Dad. Shout out to Trent. Shout out to all the AKAs up there. Man, I'm just glad to be picked for the show, man. You could have picked a whole lot of other people, but you chose to stay with K. Yeah,
my God.
Yeah. So I can't wait, to see what we're going to be doing, and we're definitely going to have like a rundown of different things. Once the in the basement starts growing legs and we start moving and stuff like that. So. I can't wait for the next episode, man, because I'll have my notes ready and everything, and we're gonna get to it.
No doubt, we might get back on at the end of the night if it ain't
sounds like a plan. I'm around.
Once the games is over, talk about today's games or whatever, and then
we still ain't getting into
the college basketball. We ain't get into all that stuff yet. We just wanted to just get it off the ground, just have some dialogue, just to put it up there and everything that we out. We want to go now. Got the new computer done, so.
Yeah,
I know. I said that in the basement started about 2-3 months ago.
You're showing off again.
Computer crashed on me, so I had to switch it up and had to redo everything. But Happy New Year to everybody. Thanks for
Happy New Year
joining us. Those who watch it, who's watching it now, and those who will watch it later, or get intrigued. But we look forward to hearing y'all dialogue as well. Until next time, we're gonna be out of here in the basement podcast.
Yes, sir.
And we be hollering at y'all very
soon.
Thanks
for listening, y'all.
Soon. No doubt.